Happy birthday!
Yay!
Yay!
It's the birthday stream.
It's the birthday stream. Birthday boys, except for Chris. Sorry, Chris.
It's all right. I've been surrounded by January babies today. It's getting a little too much. But happy birthday!
Yay!
When is your birthday, Chris?
September.
September. Yeah. I was like, they're August. I think Ryan is August. You're September.
Mine is usually on the first day of fall. So I joke that when I was born, I brought the fall of the world. Clearly not succeeding at that, though.
Well, we're playing Delta Green, so...
Well, there we go. Yeah. I can destroy this fake world.
There you go.
Yeah, you can. So my birthday was on January 2nd. Eric's was on the 7th.
Yep.
Alex's was yesterday, the 11th.
Yep.
And then Adam's is today. So
yay!
We're just gonna celebrate by playing a horrible game.
And I appreciate you guys allowing me to stick around.
Yeah. And then Chris is in 9 months.
Yep.
It's just
I was just conceived.
Just a little fetus.
I was just gonna
say.
Adam, you said you did an escape room today, or in our pregame chat. Did you want to chat about that before we get started?
Yeah. So I did one in the city where I live, and we went and did this nuclear annihilation where we had to stop a nuclear power plant from overloading and killing millions of innocent people, and we were able to do so. It was actually a lot of fun. And it was a game meant for 12 people, and we did it with 5. So
nice.
The fact that we were able to finish on time
nice.
was good. It felt fun. And then after that, we did a Korean barbecue, so we all had like unlimited meats.
Yum.
And
hell yeah.
then we went home. It was a good time.
Right on.
Good deal.
I remember the first time I did an escape room. It was like one of those ones where it's you try and figure out the puzzle in the first room, and then it opens up into a second room. About halfway through the first room, someone goes over to like something, and the door to the next room opens without us doing anything. They had forgotten to lock the door or whatever.
Oh no!
So what? Did somebody come in and lock it real quick? No.
No, they're just like, all right, you win.
The very last thing that we had to do like 4 different puzzles inside a briefcase, do all the 4 puzzles in an order, and it was supposed to give a display. And I do it, and I'm like, okay, where's the final display? I was like, oh, maybe I just did it wrong. So I like did it a second time, and it's still not showing up. I'm like, what the hell? And eventually someone came over with like a light. It was just really, really faint on the screen. And I was like, oh, okay. So it actually was there like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, no.
But it worked out.
Yeah. Me and Alex did one. I forget why. It was like a prison
fun?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what, 2016, 17-ish?
It was
really?
20.
What was it? Was it just because we wanted to go do one, or was it there was an occasion? I can't remember.
I don't 100% for why we did it.
Yeah. I don't remember. I just remember the picture of Adam with like a prison fatigues around his waist. I'm like, why do you have that there? Our friend Adam, who's been on the podcast.
They had
other friend Adam.
They had like a couple of like costumes that you had to put on throughout the thing.
Yeah.
And so like
weird.
one of them was like the police officer's costume, but like all of the costume pieces were like 3X, so it could fit on like most people. But then it was a bag on everybody.
There's a prison one that we're gonna do next month, and it splits the group into 2 groups and puts them into different parts of the jail. and you have to like verbally tell each other the clues that you have because like one person's locked in one cell and one person's locked in another cell.
I think that's how that one was for us. I think, yeah, it had like jail cells. I don't remember.
The one and only one that I did was we had to steal the Mona Lisa, and we were unsuccessful. But I was super stoked because there was one section where you had to know Morse code, and like I just happened to be lucky enough to know the 3 letters that were on there. And
nice.
And they're like, "Oh wow, you're a super genius." I'm like, "Yep, that's me."
I got to know my Morse code. I just know the numbers. I don't know the letters, but that was perfect for what we needed because it was a number code we needed. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Ours, the one that we had was pi, and I don't remember how that translated into anything, but it was written on a like a mannequin's face. So I don't know what the point of it, but it's like, yeah, that's pi, guys. And I'm like, oh, that's the clue. Let's go on.
Nice.
But I'll be damned if I remember what it was. But then the final room was sweet because it was like a laser grid room, and you had to sneak through everything. And they're like, oh yeah, hey, you're tiny, go in there. I'm like, okay. It's like the shortest one in the group. So I got in there and I dodged all the lasers and everything, but then I forgot that there was a mic in there and we had to be super quiet. So I'm like, all right, I got the painting. And they're like, oh, you just lost 5 minutes. I'm like, oh shit, somebody take it. And I mean, we were seconds away. The person running it even extended our time by like 5 minutes because she wanted us to make it so bad, but we didn't get it.
Oh,
Damn.
But still a blast. Still loved it.
nice.
Well, I think it's time to get back into Delta Green. Who wants to do a recap?
Not me.
Shoot. All of my
took
notes
notes.
apparently have vanished up until whatever. Because the last thing I have is that Bronson is handsome.
The most
Which I think is the most
important
important note of all. But I mean, I kind of can vaguely recall what we did where we were going to split the party. I'm not sure where we left off, but we are going to split the party. And then we decided against that. Me and Bronson were going to go off and do some investigation. And then we ended up deciding to go up north. And there was a compound. I forget what it was called. But we spent the better part of the evening scoping this out and potentially going in. And I think our handler was gracious enough to say, hey, guys, you can always come back in the morning. And so I think that's kind of where we left off after all of this.
Yeah, I think, you guys were headed back. I think it was like a 45-minute drive back to downtown or back to town of Helena. A lot of the conversation that you guys were having on how are we going to get in this place, I just completely cut out of the episode.
Good.
I'm like, I don't want. I think it was like an hour and 57 minutes before I started editing, and it ended up being an hour and 10 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I felt like most of our time was just sitting there scoping this place
Trying
out.
to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, I think we left off with you guys getting out of there and heading back home.
We put in for a warrant, though, right?
You did,
yeah.
but
Which
you
could take, like,
needed a law
days.
roll.
Oh.
which
Yeah,
you
we
guys-
didn't have that. That was the other thing.
Oh, that's
Nobody
We-
has
We are
any
so
skill in law.
yeah,
Yeah.
incorrectly skilled for this whole thing, apparently.
Yes. So, so you guys are headed back. It's super late. Like you guys waited for someone to show up, I think, or figure out their like walking pattern. So it's probably like super like 3 o'clock in the morning. So you're not getting back until like 4 o'clock in the morning. So in order to get your full night's rest, you probably are going to be getting up at
lunch.
for lunch.
About the time Bronson gets up, so he's good.
Yeah.
Set that alarm for Bronson time.
That's why he's so handsome.
Yes.
Is that what
You want some face lotions?
Yeah, sure.
They're
Is that what you guys
exfoliating.
want to do?
His 12-step Korean skin care broke him? Yes.
There goes another hour of the day.
Only the best of the best on this mission. Yeah, I mean, we
You
kind of
know
got
it.
to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if I remember correctly, if you don't, you get fatigued, which is like minus 20 on all your skills or something like
Jeez.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
bad.
okay.
I'm sleeping.
I'm sleeping.
that. And then, so when you guys wake up, two things. First thing, Samuel Tenpenny.
yeah.
I need a con roll.
No
this-
way.
This is for because when you sleep, you have a chance to recover 1 HP.
Okay.
So give me that con.
Constitution 2. I rolled
That's
that
a
2.
2.
Wow.
That gives you 1 HP back.
Yay! Take it.
Let's see here. Another thing, since you are waking up late, that means that's a 24 hours since your last con roll for the disease. So we have to do another con roll.
Constitution. That's a bad. That's 83.
That's
That's a
not
fail. That's a fail, Bob.
Yeah, that is a fail.
So am I going to lose that health point I just got?
Yeah, probably. All right. Here
What
we
about the
go.
drugs? Didn't the drugs affect something?
They do.
Okay.
Which I rolled a 1, so you would take half damage.
So I have to take a
You
1.
can only, take 1 damage, take 1 sanity damage.
Sanity?
Half. Yes.
Oh, boy.
And then
Okay.
half of this and 1 point of power.
Okay, so updating my power.
So we found this out. I actually was just reading like literally like 30 minutes ago. If you are taking like in this case it's the sodium acid neutralizer, he takes half of the damage when he fails the roll. And then if he passes, he takes another half.
Yeah.
So you can, yeah. Which actually I rolled pretty low on all of those. Also, you are gonna have to take 1 con damage because I know it's rough, man.
Another
It's gonna be
con
rough.
damage?
Yes, con damage. So this is totally separate. So your con should be max right now,
Yes.
whatever it is. 10.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, sure.
So now it is 9. So your roll for tomorrow is going to be at a 45% instead of 50. I'm pretty sure that's the math. That is because starving the fungus and acid neutralizers such as sodium bicarbonate can starve the fungus of needed digestive acids. Takes 2d4 days and reduces the patient's con by 1 per day.
Okay.
And then you also recover 1 con per week. Which, if we get to that point, I don't know what's going on with this adventure operation. All right, so when you wake up, you feel not great. You put another Tums in there. As soon as you wake up, you get the need to you get some of you the symptoms come back. You pop a Tums, and your symptoms kind of go away.
Can I throw a monkey
Yeah, you
wrench
do.
into this?
Oh no.
So I was just checking my character sheet. I have the disorder megalomania.
Okay.
It's I think my description got cut off here, but it says megalomania. What does it mean to look upon the face of a dead god and live? I don't think that's how I have it. It's some see themselves as a messiah or exempt from ordinary morality. Losing +2 sanity in any single roll triggers an acute, and that's where it cuts off.
Megalomania. Losing 2+ sanity in any single roll triggers an acute episode in which every hint of doubt about your agent's superiority fills him or her with indignation. That causes every use of a stat or skill to get help or make a good impression to fail. but
Okay.
you only took 1 damage,
Yeah.
so you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, you good. Okay. So yeah, you're awake. You pop a Tums. You're feeling fine. Not great. What HP are you at? 6?
6. Because I was at 6.
6.
I went to 7 and then went back to 6.
Right. Okay. All right. So it is brunch time.
Brunch time.
What's the plan?
Waffles.
Not to die.
Waffle.
I feel like we just have to get that warrant, right?
Yeah.
Somehow.
Oh, one other thing. Hold on.
Don't we know like
Can
half
we
the...
forge the warrant?
Well, I was going to say, don't we know like half the police force?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Fox.
Yes.
You get an email back about the facial recognition that you sent off.
Ooh.
Ah, yes. About the homeless guy?
About the homeless guy that's possibly not homeless, but maybe will be homeless.
Allegedly homeless.
They have to send the images to FBI labs in Quantico. A match comes back the next day. The
Dear
name is
God, it's
Brent McCaslin, a 34-year-old biochemist.
Brett
White
McCaslin.
male,
Oh, jeez.
single, no criminal record, works for...
Criminal?
Is that what I said?
Yes.
Well, he doesn't have a criminal or a criminal record.
Oh, good.
And he works for, can you guess it?
Quant-
Yeah, that place we were just at.
Benthic Company, an
Benthic.
obscure privately held pharmaceutical company.
Oh my gosh, it's all coming together.
And you get his home address? How? It just says you get his
Yeah.
home address.
FBI
Yeah,
has
his
all.
social security number.
Yeah, apparently.
First
You get
pet's
his
name.
address. Yeah.
Oh, then guys, look, we can steal his home. We can steal the title to his home.
We can steal his home.
We can. The 4 of us can become this man.
Yes. He's no longer using it.
I can, let's see here.
We'll all get the exact
Brent
same disguise.
McCaslin.
Yeah, right there.
Dr. Brent
That's
McCaslin.
this is the guy that you see. That's his like a professional photo that from like a like maybe
Checks.
from
His ID.
his college degree, his college ID maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I walk into the room, cup of coffee or whatever the hell it is time for, and I turned my phone around. I said, I think this is the guy we're looking for.
Oh, he's cute.
Yeah. Kind of homely.
Do you then swish your glasses off and then the music kicks in?
Yes.
So that's the man. That's the face that we saw in the video.
Yep.
Yes. I believe this was the guy that vomited on Officer.
Jacob.
Jacob. Fred Jacob.
I still have that in my notes.
He
Nothing
doesn't
else.
look homeless. Does he have a home?
Yeah, I received an address for his home. I think maybe we need to get that warrant for Benthic, but this would give us something else to do to fill our time. Maybe uncover something that's not a direct assault on Benthic.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, if McCaslin is running around town throwing up on people and making them go crazy, I feel like he hasn't been at work lately.
It's possible that we could get his credentials to get access to Benthic. Maybe, we could sneak in that route, even if he hasn't been present at work for a while. But in the meantime, at least it's another pathway forward.
Well, I think the fact that we've connected Brent to Jacob's death, even if it is tangential, could also give us one more reason to get not a permit. What's it called?
Warrant.
warrant.
Today's
Yeah,
Friday the 10th. Right?
Unless I'm not sure what day it is.
Yeah.
Unless we feel like this is going to raise any undue suspicion, I would like to pursue both routes. Might as well have the warrant and investigate Dr. Cassian's home. McCassian.
Yeah, we could definitely check his home. He might even be there. Who knows?
Tenpenny, you feeling all right?
Yeah, just a little logy. I'm good though.
All right.
He's great.
For
I
a point of
just closed my notes. I'm like, I'm not going to need these.
Just delete them like me.
For a point of clarification, too, at what point was he described as homeless? Did Fred Jacob have that in his notes that he was, or was it just assumed after the fact?
One of the sheriffs said it.
Actually,
I believe.
I can.
Like one of the officers referred to him that way.
Yeah, because I think it was in the report that he pulled over to help someone who is suspected of being homeless, and then when we watched the body cam footage, it looked like a homeless person that threw up on him. So we just ran with that assumption.
Okay. The man was Caucasian in his 30s or 40s, wearing business attire, pale and ill. He did not look like a drifter.
Oh,
well, then I don't know. That's somebody.
Are the words that I said, but then official reaction.
Down the street.
Yeah, I had all that too. Confused amnesia. Jacob went to call fire department. Man told him to stop. Jacob froze for 2 minutes while homeless man walked away. So maybe I just inserted that, but I thought somebody said that he was homeless. And this is when we were watching the body cam footage at the station. So I'm pretty sure it was one of the sheriffs.
I think Jacob himself called him a homeless man.
Yeah. Well, because also in Jacob's report, he said something about him being a homeless man, but we also know after we watched the body cam footage that the guy told him, "Hey, forget you ever saw me." So it might have just been his own mind filling in blanks because he was told not to remember the encounter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was something that Jacob said to everybody else.
Yeah.
so I
So
wonder if
you're not just like grabbing it from nowhere. It was definitely said by someone.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Brent caused Fred to believe that himself, or if he just convinced Fred to lie.
Oh, another thing that you get is you get a call from your contact at the VA, and he says, let me make sure I'm doing. Coroner Halsey has not woken up today.
Brian?
Correct.
Uh-oh.
He's still alive, but seems to be unconscious. Brian Halsey.
Did we get any other stat, like is his vitals messed up, or?
His health declined rapidly last night.
Was he getting the treatment, or was he not one of the ones getting treatment?
Yeah, he was getting the treatment.
But how does he look, though?
Pale, as a
I mean, he was already pretty
thing
bad.
that's pale.
White bread.
Mechanically, he is at 1 hit point.
Okay.
Oh, somebody bonk him. Let's put him out of his misery.
Yeah, today's Friday the 10th. So yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Okay.
So the thing is, behind the scenes, since you guys found him and got him treatment, his what's the word? his arc in
Dina?
this story has changed.
If
If I remember correctly, he was supposed to die yesterday.
Oh,
If you had not gotten him treatment. So
he just has no predetermined plot.
there's a few things that were like, this is what happens when this thing happens. I'm like, oh, they interacted with them, so it has to change.
Right.
So yeah. So yeah, you get that message from your contact. And they're doing all they can for him, is what he says.
Regarding
I gotta re-roll something because I found a rule while I was talking with Eric before we recorded the podcast that I didn't take into account when I was doing
Yay.
stuff. So I have to re-roll a check.
Recheck that roll.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. We're good. We're good. We're good.
All right. Well, let's
go.
go over to the police station real quick and see if the officers can help us with that getting into Benthic warrant-wise and whatnot, and then maybe roll over to Dr. McCason's place and check it out while we wait for them to get back to us.
what about getting? Well, I guess we don't need a warrant for Brent's house, but yeah, no, that sounds good.
We can always tell the cops that we're heading over there because he's the guy from the video, and they'll probably want to go with us, but we should probably try and stop them from doing that because we don't want another person into isolation.
So, really quick, when Leo Potter saw him on the TV screen, did he realize, like, oh, that's not a homeless man? Because he watched it with us.
Right. No, he just seemed like the way he reacted was that was a negligent of Jacob to allow the person to leave. Not like it seemed like this person was in distress, or not. That's not the right word. Out in the he was out in the elements of Montana in early March, and with no coat. He was wearing business attire, but no like coats and stuff like that. So let's see what the weather was like in like what day was that?
Would have been, what, March 10th?
No, that's today. Let me go to my
Yeah, it was
timeline.
like a week before we got here, wasn't it?
February 26th.
Yeah.
Weather for February 26th, 2017, Helena, Montana.
15 degrees with light snow.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Look at that. Yeah. So yeah, he's just wearing like business attire, no coat, nothing. Some of like his clothing was like torn. So yeah, the sheriff was more like, we can't let, that's a liability on the department. We need to make sure we push it onto a dead guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fault is on this dead guy.
All right, let's go check out the McCassian's place.
Well, why don't we put in for a warrant and then go to his place, just so that takes time?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be you're saying you want to try and get the sheriff's office to help you with that?
Yeah. We
With the
wanna
warrant, yeah.
go see if they can help us with investigating Benthic. So we're driving over there right now.
All right, so yeah, you get a warrant. I'm looking up the rules on how to get a warrant.
Well, we already know we don't have the law to do it, so we're trying to use our persuasion and Bronson's pure machismo sexuality to help us out there.
Okay. So let's say you guys get to the sheriff's
Bronson
office.
unbuttons a couple of buttons.
I like your hat, Sheriff Potter.
So yeah, you get to the sheriff's office after breakfast, probably let's say 12:30. You go to Sheriff Potter.
Yeah.
You enter his office, and what do you say?
I guess walk in and
What can I help you
Sheriff.
with?
Sheriff,
What can I help
we've
Is that a new hat?
Nope, same one as yesterday.
we've tracked back some of our investigation to an employee of Benthic. Dr. Brent McCassian was the man that threw up on
I'm sorry, it's McCaslin.
McCass. Oh, that is an L.
Oh,
McCaslin. Looked like
yeah.
an I. Sorry.
They sent it on iPhone. They spelled it wrong.
Yeah, there you go. He's the individual that threw up on Officer Jacob before he died. We believe he may be patient 0.
Is everyone in the room?
I'm
Yes.
assuming.
Everyone roll a human.
Oh. Nope, not me.
We got 2 fails.
I don't know what I have yet. Maybe I succeeded. I really should have. Yeah, I succeeded. I got a 50, so 30 under 50.
Okay. Bronson,
That's a fail for Bronson. 57 over.
make sure
50.
to mark that for everyone who failed. Fox, you notice him visibly start after he says the name Benthic Company.
He did
And
what?
after that, it literally says make human rolls to notice him visibly start.
Start?
Yeah, like wake
That's
with
what
a
it
start,
says.
like you jolt.
Okay,
Yeah, have a physical reaction to what he heard.
gotcha.
And after that, he pays very close attention to what Tenpenny is saying.
Wait, so he just goes. "Rub, rub, 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 rub." And then he starts staring at Tenpenny.
Yeah, Sheriff, we would like to see about maybe trying to investigate McCaslin's place of work, see if maybe he was working on something that may have exposed him to this very severe strain of the flu we're dealing with. We also want to head over to his place of residence and check it out. If you can spare a deputy for that, but otherwise we can handle it on our own.
We're gonna need a warrant. Is very hard to come by. I don't know if we're gonna be able to. You need you need a lot more information than just a hunch that you have. I can supply you a deputy to help with McCaslin. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
McCaslin residence. Yeah, I can supply a deputy, but warrant's going to be a tough sell.
All right,
What
Sheriff.
was the hunch that doesn't believe what? Don't believe
I'm
a
gonna
hunch.
need more information than just a hunch from you guys. Like,
Well, it's not a hunch. We have him on tape. This was the last person Fred Jacob has spoken with who threw up on him, and then he left out in the snow. We should investigate his place of work to see if there's anything else we can find.
I just don't see it. I don't understand why his home would be. If you don't find anything at his home, we'll talk. But otherwise, I don't know if you know that company, but they know what they're doing.
Okay.
Care to elaborate on that, Sheriff Potter?
I do not.
Have you run into any trouble personally with Benthic?
Not trouble, just know who they are.
And you've learned to steer clear of them?
That's one way to put it. Yeah.
So you know that they're probably up to no good.
I never said that. I just know that they got good lawyers. So.
All right, Sheriff. Well, we'll be conducting our investigation. Should we find any more information that might be enough for this warrant, we will be back.
All right. I'll send. Let's roll a die. Deputy. I really wish. Wait, where did Deputy Guy? What's his name?
Whoa.
Deputy guy?
Deputy
guy?
I'm going to send Deputy Colbert with you.
Colbert. All right.
No, Chris.
Chris Colbert?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we sure it's not Colbert?
No, I am not. It could be.
All right, well.
Him and Eric Hayes could be brothers.
He looks like a bulldog.
Yeah.
It also looks like he's wearing a very fake deputy's badge.
Oh, I love Sheriff Potter's star with a pair of legs on the bottom. I think it's got 7 points.
Okay. So, yeah, Deputy Colbert. Did you want to actually bring him, or did you guys want to do your own thing?
I thought, yeah, I would prefer not to bring a deputy in case there's some really weird supernatural stuff that we got to cover up.
I mean, we could just kill him.
Okay.
I mean, we can always ask the deputy to, stay out front to prevent anyone else from trying to follow us into the house, or to be on hand if we need to have an authority figure there. If anyone, like the neighbors, come snooping around, he can take care of them so they're not trying to talk to us. And just tell him that there's a real threat of infection and we don't want him to be contaminated, because we're all going to go in fully suited up in our hazmat suits, because I'm not taking this thing off again. Other than to take a shower and to go to bed. So
Hey, you're already infected. Doesn't matter. Is that how it works?
I don't care. Yeah. So, but it might also be handy to have a sheriff's deputy with us to get on the radio if we need some immediate support of any kind from the locals. Because we're trying to fly under the radar and everything, so we can't just do what we want.
All right. So yeah, he obliges. And you guys head to he lives in a condominium off of Custer Avenue, about 1 kilometer west of the airport.
Okay.
Well, that's
Custer's Last Stand.
All right. Yeah, you get to the condominium. It's, I don't know, apartment 325. It matters, I swear.
The text in this email was pretty blurry for some reason.
How big of a building is this, though?
How big of a building?
Yeah, like
It's like one of those ones where it's like the bottom stairs have three apartments, one to the left, or right, one in the back, and then the second level is the same way.
Okay, so it's just 2 floors.
Right.
Okay, and he lives on the 3rd floor of a 2-floor building.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe it's building 3.
That could be it. 3.
Yeah.
Floor 2, room 5 out of 2.
Exactly. You guys bust in. I don't know how it
no,
works.
because my point of asking was if he is the cause of Fred Jacobs getting sick, what's the likelihood of everyone living next door also being sick?
That's a good question.
Do you have a good answer?
No.
Do you have an answer? We'll take a bad one.
No answers.
I'm going to say everything I said about the condominium so far, scratch that.
Okay.
Whoa.
It's a condominium that is like, have you ever seen the ones that are like, it's a condo, but they have like separate sections? Have you seen those?
Separate sections?
Yeah, like they're totally separate, almost separate buildings, but they're in the same lot.
Oh, okay, sure. Like the
okay.
identical cookie cutter houses?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Because they don't mention anything about other inhabitants of these condominiums being infected. So that doesn't make any sense if they're on the same building.
Valid.
Okay.
Okay, so are you like, how are you getting in? Are you just going to like try and bust the door down?
Well, let's knock, see if he's home. Or someone
Oh, okay,
else.
yeah.
Cat.
Yeah, you knock and you wait a few seconds and don't hear anything or anybody inside.
Okay.
Is there a ground level window or anything we can look in?
Yeah.
You guys want to look through the windows before trying to do anything?
Yeah.
Tenpenny reaches out and tries the knob.
It is. Is it locked? Let's find out.
He wasn't feeling good. He might have just left without locking the door.
Oh, I just threw my die.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Take that, me.
Who is Matute?
Big question.
It is locked.
Okay. Is there a doormat in front of the door?
Yeah.
Okay, I pick it up.
But
Is
it's
there a
like-
key?
Sure, why not? Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay, there's a key under the mat, and I use it to open the door.
All right, there we go. We're in. All right, so inside.
And we're suited up, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. And did we take Chris or did we leave him?
You left him to guard the area and keep people away.
But he's here, just not with us.
He's like out in the street, yeah, just in his car, just like looking around, looking for maybe keeping an eye out for McCaslin.
Yeah.
So, one thing I forgot to mention is in his little like mailbox next to his
Place?
his door,
Uh-huh.
It's filled up,
Yeah, he hasn't been here for a while.
like 3 or 4 days worth of stuff.
Okay.
I hope
And
it
then
doesn't
you enter the room, and everything is just a mess.
Awesome.
He seems to have smashed half of his belongings in I don't know why you would know that. Like there's a bunch of smashed shit around. A garbage can and toilet hold the revolting, rotting remnants of his fungus-contaminated vomit. And if you didn't have your suits on, it would be a fungal smell. Like,
I'm glad we have
that's another thing I looked up on the Delta Green subreddit. I looked up like other people who have run this game, and I swear half of them said that the Jacob family house
Yeah.
was a contaminant, and the other half said it wasn't. So I'm like, then what's the answer? I guess it's up to you.
Dealer's choice?
I don't know. It's dealer's choice, and I chose one way, and then changed my
You
answer halfway
chose
through.
poorly.
Yeah.
Can I look and see if any indication of the missing batteries and such materials,
Yeah.
coins and things?
Definitely. All that. You will also find on a desk, you find a legal pad where he has appeared to scrawled obsessively about finding the tape and learning the Song of the Star People from it. On other pages, he scrawled Ghost Mountain and drew a crude but easily recognizable sketch of a place called Devil's Tower. I didn't read that sentence. That would have been nice to know before I got into tonight's session. Wait, why would you know that information? Did he write this down? Okay, so yeah, in these notes, you see his notes say something about him exposing a...
And his dog just ran in?
Yeah. Wow, that's cool. So yeah, he in his like little notebook, he writes about that he saw visions of himself exposing a police officer to this infection, and of that event attracting government agents who would possess the Star People tape.
Damn it! So this is the guy that broke into our room, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's still zero evidence of this guy other than he was on the tape that we watched, right?
The
But
tape.
he's on 2 tapes now because he broke into the house and then
The
he
hotel.
also hotel and he also threw up on Jacobs.
There are a lot of notes from his work here also. I have to quickly run through. Well, that doesn't make sense. Oh, he does. Oh gosh. Where I clicked out of what I was looking at. Oh, here we go.
Kevin keeps closing his own notes.
You also find some framed photos of McCaslin's diving trips to the Caribbean.
Okay.
One shows him in an underwater hazmat suit with the hood and mask not yet attached, smiling into the camera and giving a big thumbs up. In the background is the striated limestone wall and green waters that any local, including you, would recognize as the Oakland Pit. You see that most of McCaslin's family lives in Virginia, and they are not close from the notes that you see. He seems to be more interested in work than family or friends. Especially when he started working with the secretive Benthic company. He also has a computer, but you need some information. Wait, one of you is a computer scientist, isn't it? No. Does anybody have a computer science?
I have computer science, but not. I only have 40.
Oh, I do. Duh.
What's it at?
60.
Oh, requiring computer science at 50.
Haha.
Nice.
Hey, there's a skill that works.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, you get into his computer and get a lot of info. Now I need to parse this information in a way that makes sense to you.
You know, guys, I used to work behind the desk a lot. Come out to the field to get a little fresh air. Now I'm back behind the computer, but it's what I was born to do. Let's go.
My notes are not well organized. I don't know if you guys know this.
This Dr. Caslin does not have a very well organized computer here. Very difficult to parse through all of his gibberish. Let me see what I can find.
Ooh, here we go.
Tenpenny, do you recognize any of this stuff? I'm not really versed in the sciences, but I can at least hack into this thing.
Let me take a look here. Well, if I had the references of what I was referencing with these formulas and notes, maybe it would make a little more sense.
Hey, I recognize that. That looks like a list of good eats around the town.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to save this for later. Yeah.
Definitely into the local eateries.
Yeah, Devious Diner. That sounds interesting.
Oh. Wait, open up his calendar real quick.
All right, hold on a second. All right. He's got like 10 calendars here. Which one do you personal? What are you looking for?
Let's start with his personal one.
Personal, okay. All right, I got it. Date night with Mrs. Jacobs. What the heck is that? Hold on a second.
I don't know.
She made
You-
pancakes.
I don't know. I feel really bad. Maybe we shouldn't look at his personal calendar, Tenpenny.
That's pretty empty anyways.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, it's more than I got. Sorry.
What you
God
do find in
speaking.
his computer is the fact that the Benthic is very, very strict on keeping data at the location, where the building is. But he has laxed in those duties since he was exposed to this sample.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah.
You said duties.
God. something more mature players. Something.
I'm gonna. Is this for like rated G audiences? Because we're immature.
The it's hard because you could tell that as he was getting sick, his like ramblings get worse as he's writing these notes. You see something about the sample. You see something about a sample, which you assume is a fungal sample. It says the sample came from the stars. People like you tried to kill it. We kept it. Or no, I'm sorry. The samples came from the stars. We keep it alive. We've learned how to make it thrive, and we're learning how to give it us its gifts. Soon we'll go to Devil's Tower and speak to the greatest of its kind. Their secrets are vast and wonderful.
It sounds like maybe this came in on a meteor or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know if it's really relevant, but whatever it is, they cultivated it, and this guy ended up being an unwitting victim, or maybe he dosed himself and willingly.
That, or he got exposed and it started changing his personality, and he's a unwilling participant in this whole thing.
Do you think maybe Benthic exposed him to this intentionally, or?
It could be as simple as
You get the-
poor practices in the lab.
You get the feeling that he is a lead researcher along with the CEO, who is named something, pulling Laura Gent.
Or Gent is the CEO.
I believe.
And what nationality is she, Kevin?
She's white.
Do we know anything about Laura Gent?
No, other than from his notes, which says she is a lead researcher and CEO of Benthic Company.
Wait, she is or Brent is?
They are like co-leads, I guess.
Okay.
Let me double check their job titles. Hold on.
So it sounds like
She is lead researcher. He is like one step below her.
it doesn't seem like the type that would intentionally expose himself. Maybe he was working late night in the lab and it happened by accident, and now he's seeking whatever this Devil's Tower is.
What's your... Do you have science mathematics?
I probably don't.
Yeah, I'm going to take a guess and say that you don't.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. You do find in his notes a formula, but you don't know what it means.
Okay. Does it mean anything to you, Tenpenny?
No, I'm in biology, microbiology.
Dr. Gray, does this mean anything to you?
Unfortunately, I'm also biology. I'm not very good at mathematics.
All right. Do we know, can anybody check the local map and see if we know of what this Devil's Tower is?
Well, very obvious to any of us, obviously, as mentioned.
Oh,
Obviously. That's what it
Obviously.
said in the notes.
Any locals would definitely know where that was.
well, we've been here for a couple of days, so we're local.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Apparently, there's a Devil's Tower in Wyoming.
Is it actually a tower, or is it like the name of a mountain or something?
It's one of those ones that has it goes up and then it's got a flat top.
Yeah, this is the Great
pretty
Mountain
sure.
they keep referring to. Then, how far away is that from us?
Tenpenny, when you wanted to go up high, was that what you were going to?
I don't have clear recollection of it, but I know that I just wanted to get to the highest point I possibly could.
Yeah.
So that would track. We need to find the highest mountain peak in this area, and it's probably that Devil's Tower.
One thing that I'm also starting to worry about is, so this guy, when he infected Fred Jacobs, was able to basically just convince him by talking. And he just seems to be some random guy that got sick from the infection. If the others end up developing the ability to just convince people by talking, that also might be an issue. I don't know if we should warn the VA any of that.
Do you think we need to instruct them to isolate them completely?
Or, I'm not sure.
They are. You are.
They've been isolated. Most of the people we've encountered so far, though, have been getting sick and weak, not like
And
there's...
you have been telling them to only interact with them with the suits on,
Yeah.
which they obviously got to feed them and
There's a
treatments.
good chance that whatever McCaslin threw up onto Jacob, that was what allowed him to be more persuasive with him.
Do we think that McCaslin is patient 0?
I'd say there's a high probability, yes.
In that case, would he have been exposed in a way that only he kind of has this ability to influence people, whereas everybody else just gets sick and weak?
I don't think so, because it seems like it existed before Brent found it. So although we don't have a chain for what happened before that, I feel like despite the fact that he's patient 0, according to us, I don't think he's anything special.
I mean, it would sure help if we get into that lab at Benthic. For all we know, they were trying to make some super pill out of it, and he was the unwitting first test subject, or was too confident in his own work.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to find that information actually. See if he wrote it down. Hold on.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get much help with getting into Benthic legally unless we find anything else here that can convince Sheriff Potter.
Found it. You find notes that he has written. It's not. So I'm going to say it in a way that makes sense to you guys, but his wording is like, it's similar to the way he was talking about the sample came from the stars, that kind of wording.
Mm-hmm.
But basically in that way he says that he doesn't say he got exposed, like he says I got this reward, but he says that he got this reward after 2 weeks ago by accidental exposure at the pit, when both him and his lead researcher, Gent's hazmat suits were damaged.
So maybe there's 2 patient serios.
Patient 00.
Oh,
And
boy.
what was this person's name? Gantz?
Laura Gent.
Laura Gint.
Ghent.
Not what I thought. Okay, Gant.
So we could investigate her. But I'm kind of wondering if both of them are already making their way to this mountain or tower.
I mean, if she progressed at the same rate that he did, and I just gesture at his house, I don't think she's going to be home.
I think we should probably take that laptop, grab a bunch of the notes off the desk, and head towards the Devil's Tower.
And real quick, the first note that we saw when he was saying, like, oh, I foresaw throwing up on the police officer would bring the people who would have the tape and blah blah blah. Was that written like before he had done that to Fred Jacobs, or after he had done that to Fred Jacobs?
There's no real way of knowing that.
Well, it would say like, "I'm going to throw up on this man," or "I have already thrown up on this man."
Well, I can go. Oh, right. Okay. I gotta go to what's his face.
I'm always writing that in my journals. I'm gonna go throw up on this man.
Because
what I say.
He had a vision of this is the step that needs to happen.
Okay, so this is
Time to
So
go
you
throw up
find-
on a man.
That's like when you predict the future about your own actions and then go do it. I'm a visionary.
I've foreseen that I'm gonna throw up on this man. I have to go drink 8 beers.
so this is the exact wording is they find a legal pad where he scrawled obsessively about finding the tape and learning the song of the Star People from it. On other pages he scrolled he also wrote that he saw visions of himself exposing a police officer to the infection and of that event attracting the government agents who would possess the Star People tape, which he would use to ascend to a higher reality.
So ultimately, what I'm thinking is that this shows, in a weird, augmented mental state way, it shows like almost an intent to attack Fred Jacob. So if we have this note, it's a very clear statement of like, I'm going to hurt Dr. or Sergeant Jacob.
And you think we can use that in order to get a warrant to investigate Benthic?
I think that's the clearest thing, because you can't just get a warrant because we don't like what they're researching.
Right.
No, we also have the evidence in his notes that his boss and co-researcher was also exposed. So you'd think the company might have maybe wanted to have reported that the CEO and their head researcher have both gotten really ill and have gone missing.
Wait, Laura's the CEO?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't write that. Okay.
Well, when you say the company, the CEO is the one infected, and if she's infected, she's not thinking in her right mind. So.
There's other people that work there, though. Someone should have reported to the local police that their two head researchers have gone missing and they can't be found unless they're covering something up. That just lends credence to our need to go and investigate.
It's worth a shot. I don't know if Sheriff Potter is going to go for it, but it's an opening into the company. It links it directly to assaults on his officers. I think we should pursue it. And if nothing else, then we still have the Devil's Tower to follow up on.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And also this woman, Laura, again. You can check her place too if need be.
Yeah, do we have a way of finding her address?
I mean, we can talk to the cops. I'm sure that's on file somewhere.
All right.
I guess technically you would need a warrant for this place too, but
His house.
I mean, we told the sheriff we were coming over to look, and he didn't say, no, you can't.
Yeah.
So we're not...
I know.
Mostly you need a warrant to build case evidence for a legal thing. We don't care about the legality. We're not trying to put this evidence into a court of law to get them in trouble. We just need to figure out what's going on so we can stop the Delta Green, spacey, alien, oogie boogie monster bullshit.
we also
we are the law.
We also didn't break in. We technically used the key.
Yeah, and we found a spare key, so it wasn't breaking and entering.
True.
So, all right, let's gather up all this evidence. We can present it to the sheriff, but I think we need to be very quick because I think we need to start making haste towards the Devil's Tower, because if they're already there doing something, this could get out of hand really quick.
That's true.
So I think we put the looking at Benthic thing on pause. We have a more direct pressing situation. So, and then with that, Tenpenny marches out of the house and heads towards the car.
Starts heading towards a high place.
Not that again. Under my own intentions this time, thank you.
Somebody grab the leash. We can't be sure.
So you're going to the police office?
I mean, I personally think we should go straight to the Devil's Tower, take all the evidence and stuff with us, and let the sheriff's deputy that's with us know that we found a lead sending us there. But we also have a bunch of evidence. Maybe we could ask him to take it and show it to the sheriff, because the sheriff knows our intent of trying to get this warrant. It might be enough evidence for him to try and convince the local DA to get one for him. Otherwise, and then in the meantime, we can go up to the Devil's Tower, take a look around, and if that's a dead end, come back and talk to the sheriff and maybe try and convince him that maybe he can help us if he's kind of not as enthusiastic because of his possible interactions with the company in the past. Or at least he'd already have the evidence there. He could have gone over it in the meantime.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, it doesn't cost as much of anything.
No, and it saves us time.
I would like to just quickly take photos of everything just in case something happens. Not that I'm expecting it, but just in case.
Okay. iPhone.
Yeah. Fox, go ahead and email copies of all of the documents on his laptop to yourself, or if we have a specific email that we can use to dump info like that too.
All right, I'm on it. Activate this VPN so they can't trace us. All right, we got it.
Perfect. That way, if the sheriff accidentally loses everything, we have backups of it.
Oh, I also back it up on a thumb drive that I have.
Perfect.
Might as well.
All right, let us roll.
Okay, so let's say someone roll a D4 for me.
Do it.
Anybody?
I'm doing it. Roll D4. What I got? 3.
So that took 3 hours. So it's
Oh,
3:30.
Okay.
And then it is. Let's see what Google Maps says.
Another 2 days to the mountain.
Show up in Wisconsin.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
we need to get some of the star people dust and get there faster.
It takes 174 hours to walk there.
Oh, we're
We
not
have
walking.
a car.
What about the metro?
To drive there, it takes about 8 hours.
Oh, I want metro directions.
Metro train.
It says transit not available.
Ugh, of course. Whenever you
2
need
days
it.
for bike.
So
So you guys get there.
Yeah, we're gonna.
So you guys put in the GPS and it says expected time to be there 11:30 at night.
Okay, so we stock up on snacks and caffeine and head out on a road trip.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah, you start heading out, and did you guys want to talk about anything on the way there? You got 8 hours to kill.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Pretty fond of Gillian Anderson.
That tracks.
I hear that name, and I don't know who that is.
She's into some.
She was Scully on the X-Files.
Oh, okay. I get it.
And she's also got posts a lot of fun adult material on online.
Are you talking? Is it like Photoshop?
No, like, I mean, she's not like, it's not like an OnlyFans. Maybe she has that, but like, just like on the socials, she'll post like a lot of sexual jokes and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay.
He's trying to say she's not a prude.
Yes.
Except for when she played that Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, except for when she played Thatcher on The Crown.
Missed that one.
That was the only time I hated Gillian Anderson, and I felt bad afterwards.
She did such a good job of playing Thatcher that you hated her in
Yeah,
that
you
role.
hated her, yeah.
You love the actress, but you hated the character.
Oh, it's such a weird place to be. Like, I like you and hate you.
All right.
No, I don't know. I think if anything,
so what's
I was just gonna say Fox is probably trying to pick anybody's brain about, or especially Bronson's, as far as weird shit that he's seen, because that's the whole reason I'm here, is to see
Look at
some
weird
stuff.
shit.
Yeah.
Weird shit. Yeah. Oh,
I was just I'm gonna say that because of the condition he's in, Tenpenny probably nodded off about hour 2 of the drive. So
And he never woke up.
never woke up. It's up to you guys now. It's you 3.
he's like he looks like the baby now, but we keep failing our will save, so he just looks normal.
So what's the plan when you get there?
Look around and see what's going on. See if we can find this guy.
What is it? It's just a mountain? Is there any
It's like a
stuff
mesa.
there, or is there like
There's
Purely.
a visitor center.
Okay.
Apparently, it draws your attention
Are there-
to climbing to the top of it.
is there any pools of water with zinc?
No.
Cool.
I mean,
Let's look up the. Did you look up the Wikipedia page or anything?
Is it real?
It's a butte. A butte. B-U-T-T-E.
Butte.
Also known as Bear Lodge. Fun fact.
Oh, okay.
The landscape. Oh gosh, it's a lot of stuff. There's some Native American cultural beliefs around it.
Do we see any prairie dogs?
So many prairie dogs.
I'm gushing about the prairie dogs.
In the 1977 movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind, used the formation as a plot element and as the location of its climactic scenes. The film's popularity resulted in a large increase in visitors and climbers to the monument.
And this is the 40-year anniversary of that movie. Because it's 2017.
Whoa!
Oh,
Holy
God damn it. We're in a ripoff.
Well, let's pack it up, boys.
Did someone remember to bring the high capacity speakers and sound system so we can communicate?
I just got this little tiny keychain of a keyboard where I can press the keys.
So yeah, you guys pull into the visitor center. I don't know where you go. There's the visitor center is like right nearby.
Yeah, whatever's going to give us
but it's like-
access to the top.
It's like 11:30.
So we
At
have
night,
to park outside
no
the
one's
chain
here.
and we walk up with flashlights.
Yeah.
I don't expect any of them to be in the visitor center. If anything, they're going to be on the highest point because that's the compulsion.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to start making my way to the highest point with my little
This
flashlight.
could take a while. How long will it take us to walk there?
Yeah. What kind of hike are we looking at? Because Tenpenny just got like a great 6-hour car nap, so he's good to go.
Oh yeah, and I was probably driving because I think I'm the only one with the
Oh,
drive
hey.
skill.
Does anybody have a cult?
I do.
Nice.
Any agent with more than
Oh,
base occult skill knows that Devil's Tower has always been a focus of Native American myths and UFO conspiracy theories. It was in Close Encounters after all.
Hey, I have 50 in occult as well, so
You have 50?
yeah.
Your boy got
Jeez.
70 over here.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
I thought I was topping out with 30, but all right, I'm the baby.
I'm the baby. I got 20.
You're the mushroom
Oh,
baby.
okay, I'm a toddler.
It's also very cold out, so there's like nobody around. It's at night. It says the climb. It takes 4 to 6 hours for 2 climbers to reach the top, and 1 or 2 hours to climb down. The climb requires an athletics test, with failure inflicting 1 HP from bruises and exhaustion, or 1d6 on a fumble.
Well, we're good
Can
then, because we
climb
get
twice as fast, but in that case, failing the athletics test means 1d6 damage or 3d6 with a fumble.
I have a fucked up leg, so I'm gonna stand right here and not do that.
I was gonna say it was. You said 2 climbers could do it in 4 to 6 hours. So if we have 4, that's half the time.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Here, Fox, get on my back.
Finally, I have an invitation.
But yeah, you look around and you don't really see anything. Like
Oh my
anybody.
goodness, they've got to be hiding here, though, right?
You don't know.
What?
He's been talking about Devil's Tower in his notes for a week at least.
This was
But
8
they
hours away
did
by car.
reference the notes did reference that there's some kind of creatures or something here, or he suspected there were.
The star people.
Yeah, some kind of like the Great Ones or something like that.
Well, it's almost midnight. Is the stars out? Can we see stars?
Yeah.
Are there people in the stars?
No, there's no people in those stars.
Well, that was
There's
a bust.
Orion. There's the Big Dipper.
Can we poke around the outside of the visitor center and see if it's been broken into or anything?
Yeah, you look around and you don't see anything out of place.
Well, we could wait till morning and then try and make the climb.
I was gonna say maybe we just do a stakeout and just
Actually, that math doesn't add up.
maybe somebody wanders up here late at night and then we can catch them.
Also, I know we drove 8 hours away. Is there snow here as well?
On March 10th, 2017, in Gillette, Wyoming,
Devil's
where we're
Tower.
at, there was 5.3 inches of snow.
Oh, great.
Well,
That makes this comment even funnier. In the notes, it
Uh-huh.
says that there are climbers like a couple of days later. I'm like, in Wyoming in March? I doubt it.
you never
They actually
know.
looked up the real
Conditions at the time.
conditions at the time. No.
Okay, so I'm going to shine my flashlight around. Do I see any footsteps? Has the snow been disturbed by any people recently?
Mm-mm.
I'm so
You see some footsteps going into the
Center?
but the snow was like in the afternoon, I think.
There's also 29 mile per hour winds going on today.
Oh God.
It's
I'm gonna stay in the car. I don't like this. I'm done.
Well, it's gonna be a cold night if we sleep in the car.
Okay, I guess this was a bust.
Well, I mean, do we see lights or anything on the mountain of maybe people?
If I get my binoculars
Maybe
out
here.
and look.
I mean, he hasn't. The only time you've seen him is him walking on the side of the street.
And in the videos, attacking
Yeah.
us. Home.
Yeah. You didn't see him pull up in a car. Is he walking everywhere? You
Are there any other cars here?
No.
All right, well. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, it's silly to drive all the way back.
I agree.
I feel like
but
I
should
feel
we
like
Go
we should
to
find a
Devil's
local hotel?
Devil's Tower Lodge. It's the top-rated hotel, just 15 minutes away.
go catch some Z's and come back in the morning bright and early?
Yeah, I mean, we can't just say oops and then drive all the way back.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should at least talk to somebody that works here.
Agreed. All right. We carefully drive down the mountain to the lodge.
Can somebody please hand me some Funyuns?
Yeah, here you go.
All I got is Doritos.
Oh, jeez, what flavor?
Cool Ranch, baby.
All right.
It's already
you
snowing
guys,
outside.
You guys drive to Devil's Tower Lodge, and you sleep there for the night. And you wake up. What time do you guys wake up? Like normal time?
No, I'm gonna say sometime around.
normal time.
Tenpenny, roll that con check to get a hit point back.
Yeah, baby.
Crap.
No.
Oh, I didn't even have to check. Jeez.
That's a really high roll, man.
That
You do not get a hit
sucks.
point back.
Okay.
What time are you guys waking up? Early or
Whenever the lodge, whenever that opens up.
visitor center opens?
Yeah, visitor center.
Find out. Let's find out together.
We'll do an hour before that
Opens
opens.
at 10 a.m.
Okay, we get up at
Oh.
8:30.
Wait,
Yeah.
yes. 10 a.m.
Yeah.
All
You
right,
guys
we'll get up at 8.
8:30. 8. Get some breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
The lodge serves you a breakfast.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's great. It's Wyoming eaten. And right around that time, you guys pull up to the visitor center. Mr. Tinmini, I need another con save.
Please be a good one. Please be a good one. Fumble.
Ugh.
That's not good.
You dead.
That's
You
not good
have
at all.
succumbed to.
Uh-huh. So now what happens?
You take 2 points of HP damage.
No.
Can I
You take
do something to mitigate that, like with medicine?
Sure, roll a medicine check.
Success.
Success. You take 1 point of HP damage
Oh, good.
and 3 points instead of 6 of willpower. Or, I'm sorry, power damage.
I'm sorry. How many power damage?
3.
3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
How's Tenpenny looking?
if you guys are paying attention to Tenpenny at all this morning, you think he looks like shit. I have half my HP now.
100% Fox is always kind of keeping an eye on Tenpenny to see if he starts turning into a star people again.
I'm sorry. Just 1 willpower point. I forgot you've been taking the acid neutralizers.
Oh, thank
throughout
God.
the day.
Okay. I still look like crap, but
Yeah, you do. Okay, yeah, you get to this location, the visitor center, and you see an employee at the front desk. And actually, he's just like, he's not actually at the front desk. He's just like cleaning, because this is like not the time of year that people come here, but just enough people come that someone needs to man it.
right.
That kind of thing. Plus, it's snowed yesterday. What'd you say, 5 inches?
5.3.
Yeah.
Today, just a reminder, today is Saturday, March 11th.
Okay.
And yeah, you see this guy working the front desk. You open the door and he greets you, says, "Hello, folks. What's going on? How can I help you today?"
Hi, just checking the place out. Wondering, what goes on around here? What's the sights to see? What's the points of interest?
Well, there's this big tower next door. It's pretty popular. Other than that, there's not much to do, especially in March. I think there's... Hold on. There was a... what's it called? There's... What do you rent?
A donkey.
There's like... I think it's like horse and carriage thing, but it's off season. The snow is obviously they're closed today because of the snow, so not much to do on this particular day. I recommend coming back spring, summer-ish, fall.
Get out
When
of
it's
here.
warmer. Yeah.
Do you have anybody that stops by and tries to climb in weather like this?
Not in weather like this, no. I mean, we do have the occasional people who will, if it's not snowing, but it's this cold, there's, some people who still like doing the cold climbs,
Yeah, have you noticed anybody coming through recently?
I think there were 2 or 3 people like 2 days ago. That was the last time.
Do
What do you
they I mean, do they check in with the lodge, for safety and then check out, or
Yeah.
so did
Yeah, we usually if they're new, we usually help them out with how to do the climb. Although I will say oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I'm confusing. That's me, Kevin, confusing something else. The land of an air vehicle on top of it. Oh, I misremembering that you weren't allowed on top of it, but that's not true.
wait, this happened recently? They had to land
No, my brain confused being on top with the landing in an air vehicle on top.
Okay. So but they made it back safely, or I'm sure they signed out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a 4 to 6 hour, or I'm sorry, 6 to 8 hour hike, depending on how long you stay up top.
Well, I also have particular interest in Devil's Tower. I kind of fascinated with cryptoids and urban myths and legends. Just wondering if you could tell us some of the myths around this place, if there's any interesting sites regarding that.
Actually, yeah, we got some documents of that have been written by some Native Americans. We've got stuff you can read up on, and I can tell you information about as soon as I pull it up. Oh, I went too far.
Uh-oh.
He's looking into the future. He must be consuming spores. Get him!
Where do I find information about Devil's Tower?
Devil's
He
Tower.
leads you over to a computer, not a computer, but I guess there's an interactive thing, that kind of like a museum-ish type of thing about Devil's Tower, and it's kind of non-scientific. What's it called? I can't remember.
Words?
Non-science.
Words. Non-science.
Nonsense?
Nonsense. Huh. Where is... They really not give me info on exactly... I mean, obviously, the cult guys. You see information you've already seen about Native American myths and UFO conspiracies.
Yeah, I'm just hoping you could kind of direct me to some maybe hot spots where we can actually check this sort of thing out. The information that's kind of, not published.
Not published.
Yeah, kind of like the inside scoop, things that you might have picked up just hanging around here, other travelers walking through, just the good stuff.
The good stuff. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just work here. I don't know anything. I don't this is all they give me. This book and this presentation. I don't. You can go to the conspiracy websites to find out what you're looking for.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they always they just leave you with a lot of nothing, and
Wait, I have a website for you. This is something that hasn't come up yet, so I'm gonna throw it out right now. Hold on. Are you holding on?
No.
I'm holding.
barely.
Where is it? There it is. Go to, what is this website called? PhenomenonX.com.
He got really excited all of a sudden.
No, that was just me trying to find information. Yeah, he's like, there's this guy who, what's his name? Bill Blank, I think his name is. He's got this website called Phenomenon X, and you're a cult. You know exactly who this guy is. You've been to his website.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what's your occult?
30.
What's Bronson's?
70.
Okay, yeah, you know this Bill Blank guy.
I know Bill Blank. I've seen his stuff.
You know phenomenon-x.com.
I pull it up and show my colleagues. And the person we were talking to.
So yeah, the gist of this guy is, he talks about how Montana has an unusual proportion of unnatural events and rumors. And he reports anything that he sees that seems out of the ordinary. He's still convinced that the 2000 earthquake in the Montana Badlands was an underground nuke that destroyed a secret government facility, is a big thing that he talks about.
He talks about it all the time.
And then, what's your guys' intelligence scores?
Oh no.
I don't know, but this game's making me feel really stupid.
80.
Ours or our characters?
Either or.
80.
80?
Yeah.
80.
Anybody higher than 80?
85?
Whoa!
Genius.
Good for you.
200?
So I'm gonna say Tenpenny and I forgot your name, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Gray.
You both think this is a great way. We might be able to email this guy and email a conspiracy theory about this.
Oh,
this could be
yes.
a cover up.
This is our perfect cover up. If only we had
could
Chat
be,
GPT to help us write up this email.
Oh my goodness. So this
Man, that's 7
Tenpenny,
years
who's
from now.
Chad GPT?
Don't worry about it. It must be something left over from my exposure.
it's future brain.
But yeah, that's all the info you get from this this worker at this.
Is this like?
So what you're telling me is the trip was worth it.
Yeah.
Is this like a straight up ranger, or is this just some teenager?
There's some teenager.
Yeah.
I need to see the manager,
You have-
please.
well, as you've been working with him, you did see one ranger car doing a loop around the entrance, and that's about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
can we run out and interrogate him too?
Oh my god.
No, I feel bad for this.
What's his name
Kid.
and picture?
I feel bad for this
Bob.
kid at this
Picture is
station.
Bob.
That's the name of the ranger from when we played the last Delta Green.
He transferred to a different
Remember
ranger
Bob?
station.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I got to get a new
he's
job.
seen some shit.
I seen some shit, bro. There's a kid. He was old, but not. That's crazy. It is crazy that 2/3 of our Delta Green operations have dealt with kids.
It's weird.
I mean, kids are just
Yeah,
creepy.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, leave
that's
those
true.
kids alone.
Teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this ranger, if you ask him if he's seen any weird guys, he says nothing more than usual.
All right, everybody get in the car. Let's go back.
Wait,
All
Fox. Show him the picture of
The baby?
McCaslin.
The baby.
Not the baby. We don't want to terrorize this poor kid.
Listen, I've got
Show
two
me the
pictures to show you,
baby.
and I don't think you're gonna like either of them. One is an infected baby. The other one is Dr. McCaslin. We don't know.
You show the picture of McCaslin, and he says he has not seen this person.
Okay. Well, it wasn't a total waste of time, everyone.
Yeah, you learned about Bill Blank. Who can forget that guy?
Yeah.
Well, at least it will help us cover this up.
Yes.
All right. Does anybody else want to drive? I don't want to drive anymore.
Tenpenny doesn't think it would be wise for him to drive, considering how he feels, and he crawls into the back seat.
I'm not very good at driving. I have a busted leg. I don't think I can do the gas and brakes at the same time.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
Bronson,
Fox,
what's your excuse?
I got you.
You got me? All right.
Yeah,
thank you.
as long as you'll man the tunes, I'll take the wheel.
Oh, all right. I got some tunes. I
Popular
got
in
some
March 2017.
2017 tunes playing right now.
As we're leaving this
A lot of
tourist,
ska on this playlist, Fox.
as we're leaving, this tourist bus passes us, and it says Loaf Tours on it, and it's just the weirdest thing ever. All these people heading up here all of a sudden.
I know. As soon as we leave, all the star people arrive.
Yeah.
All right, 8 hours back, baby. You get back there about, I don't know, dinner time.
What? No.
Oh, what are we
Perfect.
getting?
Devious
don't know.
diner.
Oh yeah, let's check out the
Jeez,
diner.
All right, you go to Devious Diner. What's that?
It's the one that was in his notes on his calendar or whatever.
Yeah, it's not on the maps. Only locals know it.
It's one of those underground things. We found it on
Was that
McAllister's laptop when we were waiting
Oh,
for the
that thing
info to
you
get
guys went-
downloaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the
I got
band.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go there. Yeah. So
I will have your deviled eggs, please.
it's Saturday, March something,
11th.
right?
11th?
Saturday, March 11th.
We're wasting so much
You
resources.
really are. Did you tell
Government
did you
work.
tell that ranger to let you guys? Did you give it like his number so if he sees the guy, did you do that?
We totally
I hope
did.
somebody did.
We totally did.
Give me
Yeah,
a look.
pretty sure
CDC friend
Tenpenny
definitely did. With an 85 intelligence, he would have done that.
Yep, totally did.
Okay.
Totally did.
Okay, so Saturday. What do you want to finish your day off with? You wasted a lot, 16 hours driving.
I guess we should talk to Potter again. If we're already here.
Well, is it? How late is it? Is the sheriff's office even?
It's dinner time, like
Oh, okay.
7 o'clock.
Catch him at the end of his shift. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Bribe him with
you
a
head to
pot
the sheriff's
roast.
office.
Everybody likes
Oh.
food.
Yeah.
I did we go to get dinner before we came to see him?
I thought you went to Arby's or whatever.
The
What was it,
Devious Diner. Get
Devious
it right. You
Diner.
gotta give them a shout out. Devious Diner. If you're ever in Montana, visit Devious Diner.
You guys are ridiculous.
I could offer.
Somebody's got to be.
I could try and bribe Sheriff Potter with my leftover half of my pastrami sandwich.
No, I would have bought him like a full plate of food if I knew we were going to go see him. Be like, here is food. You are a strong man.
Impeach. Let's see. Mr. Leo Potter. Leo Potter. Okay, let's
Mr.
see
Potter.
here.
I bet he wants a ham hock.
I think he wants a
Ham hop?
pot roast.
Ham hock.
Oh.
Leo Potter and his pot roast.
Harry Potter. Let's see.
I would appreciate if you
look up-
didn't call me that. People have been calling me Harry Potter since I was a wee boy.
Since before the books came out.
I predicted those books
The books was about
with my
me.
birth. Listen, it's not fiction. It's an autobiography.
This man was able to predict Harry Potter. He's definitely a cryptid.
You guys walk into the office. You see him like starting to clean up and get ready to go home to his wife and kids.
Stop.
Harry Potter.
At 55 years old.
Is that a new hat?
It's still the same.
One of these days.
You really should put on a new hat every day.
I think you should take the hint, Sheriff Potter.
I got a new star.
Now you have 9 side points.
Sheriff, I don't think you realize what a star is.
Every time we see him, he's got another point on his star.
You call yourself an investigator. What's this? It's a star. No, it isn't.
Oh God. Okay, so what do you say to this guy?
Stop. Here's your ham hock. We need to
Stop and
talk.
ignore your wife.
This is more important than your wife.
I already do. Don't worry.
Attaboy. Here you go. Ham hock for you.
Oh no!
You're
All
just
right,
tossing
so-
hawks across there.
Oh boy. Okay, so you guys are here to ask him what again?
Well, we want to follow up
forgot.
on the
I don't know.
stuff that we sent him, and also regarding whether or not we can
right.
get the permit.
Only an overt show of terrible malfeasance at Benthic can change his mind, it says. Which the evidence of them getting infected by this fungus because of malfeasance by this McCaslin fellow.
Counts.
He gives you this
Search warrant.
warrant.
Thank you.
Hell
Sheriff
yeah.
Potter.
Oh, wow. All right. I respect you after, sir.
I'm gonna add another star for tomorrow.
And a whole nother star, not just a point, just a whole nother star.
Yep.
He's gonna have 2 stars.
It's like
tomorrow.
it's like the Ohio State Buckeyes. They add stars to the helmets after like as they do like good things in games. Yeah, it's like that, but with sheriff.
Oh my gosh. Yes, these are the star people. We found them. We drove 16 hours for nothing.
You do know, kinda, sorta, that there probably won't be many people other than security officers there at Benthic at this time of day, since it takes what was it, an hour to get
Yeah,
there?
not even.
Something
Yeah.
like
It
that.
was like 45 minutes.
Yeah. Since it's definitely later in the day. Did you want to go tomorrow?
No, go now.
I think so. If this warrant,
You want to go
this-
now?
I mean, let's consider there's less people, but we're not trying to sneak in at this point. We want to walk in and
Right.
catch them with their pants down.
Do
Yeah.
we?
Yeah, we
The-
also drove 16 hours today. Let's go take a rest. And then
I've been resting in the car for 16 hours. I
All
want
we
to do something.
is eat and sleep.
My other question is: do we want to just roll up the 4 of us, or do we want to roll up with like as many deputies as the sheriff can give us, so that there's a little muscle behind us for serving this warrant?
we're gonna leave this town with no healthy deputies. The entire police force is gonna be sick.
I mean,
Sometimes you
e-
got to pay that price, though.
Even
we're
outside-
just.
Listen, we only need one. We just need Kanopka.
in her strong declarations about her religion slash faith.
I'm
Her
Deputy
religion slash
Ganapka.
nationality.
You gotta let me in. What? So, yeah.
So what's the point? So are you going right now? You guys are split. Have a split decision as of right now, as far as I can tell.
I
think
have
with-
a very specific skincare routine that I have to take care of.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think now that we have secured the warrant, we should probably go in tomorrow morning when there would be people there to access computers, files, give us access to different rooms. It's a legal warrant issued by the state DA, so they have to comply with it. And if we take some deputies with us, we can force basically all of the people to stand out of their offices while we search them. So think of it like that. That'd be my suggestion.
Okay, that's fine. Let's just do that. We've been trying to do this sneakily the whole time. Let's just show up with enforce.
All right. So you guys go to bed,
We go to bed.
and we will wake up next week.
Oh no! We slept for a whole week.
I don't know. There's a couple of people that haven't woken up yet.
Oh no.
Okay, Brian Halsey
big
didn't wake
bed.
up.
One big bed.
One big bed. I'm jumping on the bed.
Thanks to Sirenscape for the amazing atmospheric sounds and music. Make sure to check them out at Sirenscape.com to use them in your game. Also, thank you to our patrons. You guys help us continue to do this, and we appreciate you. If you'd like to check out our Patreon or find more info about us, go to AdventureAwaitsPod.com.